It's basically spring now. We have less frosty nights and more warm days. Everything is blooming early by 2 weeks. So I'm floating in a little bit of confusion because we've been expecting snow. But no, I feel a rush to hurry my cocooning process of the winter to be where I want to be for spring. All I can do is be anchored in peace and try my best to manage my time in a way that nourishes my soul for play. Lately, this has been trying to manage my mind when I feel overwhelmed and moving with more intention, speaking and practicing with deep intent. Just trying my best to recognize certain signals in my body or in my mind to go about what I need in any given moment. I just finished my workout. It was nice, sweaty, 30-minute. I done worked out myself, kind of an appetite, but this tea has been steeping for 30 minutes. You can steep herbs up to I think 45 minutes to an hour. I've seen different times, but you steep it extra long for a little more of a medicinal purpose, and everyone at my job is not everyone, just a lot of the women with young kids and their kids are sick, and then a few people went home sick, and I'm just I am so tired of catching everything in this warehouse. So I was I'm going home, I'm making myself a tea tincture. It's not a full tincture with alcohol base and everything, it's just super steeped herbs. It's gonna be really bitter. I did put a lot of chamomile in it. I find that when I put lavender and chamomile in a big steep like that it softens up the pungentness of the other herbs. But this is a big combination of my brain boosting herbs and immunity herbs like goldenrod, echinacea, elderflower. I actually read that elderflower is more potent than elderberry. I don't have any more elderberry, so I've just been using my elderflower. So I have found that when I have colds and stuff and I drink, I'll make it chamomile elderflower tea, and when I drink that every day, or 2 cups in a day, it does I think it makes a difference. And I'm not sick now, I just can't be too careful, so. So I'm bon appetit, this might be so pungent. So I'm not ready yet. I'm still working. I'm still feeling I just want to cocoon, but the warmth is activating my aliveness. My soul's ooh, spring. It's when birds come out and stuff, and I feel they think it's spring, and then it snows, and they're what? Confused. And I feel that's how my soul is feeling. I'm happy because it's warm out, but then I'm also wait, we're not ready yet. We're still prepping the garden. There's still things to be done in this cocoon. I'm still cocooning. It's so bitter. Why are you like this? really warming to the soul. I really feel like February, we're 10 days away from it being March, and it's a little late, but I've been thinking this for the past week or so. I feel like each month so far, and there's only been 2, but like January for me was really big. Like the theme was protecting my peace and protecting my energy and prioritizing myself and just taking time for myself. And like I really feel like I needed that because I don't do that enough for myself. I'll like overbook myself. I'm like the yes man, like I'm just like on the go, and then I'm like, holy crap, I can't keep up with myself. So like January was keeping up with myself, and then this month, February, has felt like the theme too has been just more so discipline. Being neurospicy, that's like the hardest thing, like consistency and routine and discipline is a struggle. The brain, the brain just is just kind of on its own, energetic. Is volition the right word? I don't even know, but there are little things I've discovered this month that have actually helped me to keep up with my consistency. And some of my biggest things lately have been planning my week out, planning out food. Like I have to plan what I'm gonna eat ahead of time. It's like my brain builds up the dopamine to be like, yeah, we're about to make this meal for this day, so we're gonna do it type thing. I don't know if that makes sense. It does if you get it, but it's like the build up. It's not stressful thinking about it, so I've been doing that daily and nightly. I'm like, tomorrow, this is what I'm doing, and being off my phone is a big help, minimal distractions. And also like exercise has been like a huge like key thing for, I notice less anxiety, less stress on my mind, and more focus, less struggle between transitions, and just all the things with like executive dysfunction. And exercising at night is pretty key for me. My energy the last 2 days when I like get that movement and sweat in at night, not right before bed, I want to say at like 7 o'clock. Like 6 to 7 is a good time for me to work out, even if it's for 15 minutes and I break a quick sweat. My energy the next day is just, it's great. It's amazing. And my mind also is like a lot calmer. Yesterday I was out, I guess, clubbing for like 3 hours with my friend JD, and oh my god, it was just 3 hours of dancing and, shaking it and just fun times, just dancing with other women and, just being like, yes, like it's so uplifting and empowering going clubbing with other women, and we're all just like, yes, like it's so fun. I'm moving, man. I am moving for 3 hours, and I'm sweating, and my body is actually so sore. It was so sore that when I was doing a little twerk, at one point my thigh had a muscle spasm. I was like, I can't shake it anymore. It was really fun though, and but like that was like a workout. I was sweating, like whole 9. It felt like a 3-hour workout. Waking up from that, like I had to sleep in and everything. Waking up, and just this whole day, my brain isn't doing the thing where it's overwhelmed and overstimulated and exhausted, trying to think, oh, what are we gonna do with this day? We don't have any plans, we gotta do this. This is important. Discipline is so hard, and it's really, really about finding the right techniques to be able to work with my brain, and exercise is so potent. That's like my diet honestly is not bad. Exercise has always been key for me. Up until the last like few weeks, I at least do 3-4 times a week, like 3 max if I'm having a rough week or something like that. But it's been carrying me through this month, and I'm noticing how less anxiety and less overwhelmed my mind is in. And I am calm and feeling so balanced. And I'm going to try my best to carry this energy forward. Because that is another step that's like, cool, I remember that this makes me feel so good and calm. But it's remembering this like often enough for it to be a potent long-term thing. But I'm going to finish this cup of golden milk. I'm chilling with Phil, and we're gonna make lunch, and then just kind of going with the flow, if I'm being honest. We didn't have any plans for this day. These are going in pots, and yeah. And what is it? This ends up. But I'm still like, if there was a chance this. I'm switching up my space a little bit. I don't know how to explain how I've just been feeling drawn to this room. Like, I've just been wanting to sit in my like yoga room. In the old apartment, my yoga room was kind of where I spent all my time anyways. Like, I would do yoga, edit, craft, like everything in one room. And I feel like I crave that simplicity, and then like really the room I spend a lot of time like filming in, I feel like that's more of, it's like a reading room. Like, it's good to read in, contemplate, drink tea. Like, when I have friends over and we don't, like, it's nice having friends in that room and we're not in front of a TV, but we're just like in a nice vibey room. And I know I'll like pull cards and stuff and journal down there, but like lately I've been wanting to journal after my sadhanas, and I almost don't like the transition of like moving from my yoga room to the lounge room. Like, I have to go downstairs, and that's just enough of a time gap for my brain to just jump to like 5 other things, and I forgot what I was doing. But like after I do yoga, I can just literally like yoga mat and like roll over into this little spot. And I like this spot in the evening. I like this room in the evening because just this is a nice room and I love spending time in it. So I don't know, I'm kind of like switching it up for a while until I get bored and want to spend more time like downstairs again. Like, it really just depends on my mood. So I moved my little cushions up here to make kind of like a cozy little floor area, and just one of those things where you just want to gravitate into a different space. And we have so much space in this house, and we talk about wanting future kids. Until we have future kids or kiddo, whatever, like, we just have a lot of space, to be honest, in this house. And just trying to take up space in this house, I'm kind of just floating around. So I'm like floating into this room, Yeah, my energy has been all over the place, but I read into it. I'm pretty sure it's the transition from winter to spring. It's kapha season, and there is a heaviness. Like, it can happen. I don't know if it matters location wise. Like, Virginia gets very humid, very, very humid. And so going from dry winter to humidity, like the atmosphere just gets heavier, and the transition. Also, there's a hormonal shift that happens with the seasons as well because of the daylight, like days getting longer. I read into this whole thing to basically say that you can get so tired going from winter to spring until like summer, and then your body's like acclimated. But yeah, I've just been so tired and I'm trying to figure it out. And part of it is when I get off of work, I wait for Phil, we carpool. But we have another couple friend who, like our friend, she works with me and her fiance works with Phil, and like they also live 2 minutes from us. Like, it's perfect. So if we don't feel like waiting, I'll take my friend home and her fiance will take Phil home, like bring him here. So we're probably just gonna start doing that, because when I sit after work in a car for an hour and then I have to come home and like get into a routine or get into a groove, I cannot. My energy's like, I'm just gonna vibe. I am just... When the sun sets, I get these pretty sky views, and I've learned that sunsets can be an auspicious time to practice sadhana or yoga, spiritual practices, so that is what I'm about to do.